I already knew I had him because there was simply no competition out there for me. But let's just look at it objectively. You had this average Black American guy who now was able to choose between what he was dealing with before and somebody completely new. And let me tell you, the moment I stepped into that man's life, he really didn't know how to deal with my femininity because I was not loud. I was not screaming. I was not trying to, be louder than him. I didn't interrupt him because that's not something that I learned from home. If somebody would speak, and especially a man, you would let that man speak and then you would listen and then say whatever you have to say, right? So I was clean. I cooked. He didn't know what it was when a woman is actually in the room asking him, like, do you want something to drink? Before I got myself something to drink. Do you want something to eat? Before I started to eat my food, I would ask him, do you want to have a bite? I would come out of nowhere and just have a fruit bowl and just offer him some fruit. He didn't know none of this. So my husband, back then boyfriend, really thought this was a dream come true. He didn't know how to deal with none of this because all this me coming through, just being nurturing by nature, his peoples and his family didn't even do that for him. Like the family, there is no family unit. The average family, especially Black American family, has barely a family unit. There is no breakfast, lunch, and dinner at set times. And these are things that I introduced my husband to with my family. Can you imagine that impact that I had on him back then? So gentlemen, do not be afraid of traveling. There are so many more women out there who are willing to take care of you. It doesn't matter if they're young. It doesn't matter if they're older. They are willing to take care of you, willing to work with you, willing to be a part of your life. You don't have to deal with whatever you are dealing with back in your hometown because unfortunately, a lot of American women are lost in the delusional world that they are living in, and they don't even understand that they are going to be lonely for a long time, if not for the rest of their life. They say by choice, but I don't believe them.
Alright, what's going on YouTube, man? Welcome back to another video with TC. Now look, in today's episode, man, we're gonna be talking about this German woman and what she said, man. Y'all seen the video in the beginning. So first things first, I want to let you guys know, if you are a black man, I don't understand why the focus is so much on black men and women. For instance, because it's not really any specific focus on other races. It's like black people are the center of the earth. First thing I do want to tell y'all though, man, before I do get into the topic, is I live overseas. I live in Belgium. I'm not here as a passport bro. You get what I'm saying? I'm here for my career. I was stationed over here for my career. So one thing I can tell you is, being over here for 4 years, no matter what you hear online from somebody who has dated German women, don't get bamboozled. Don't think that these American men are not leaving these German women to be single moms just like they do in the American women. It really don't matter how you treat somebody. Some people is going to leave you as a single mom regardless. Now, you will have, as a black man, you're going to have a lot of access to women anywhere overseas, and of course they're gonna be beautiful, but it really comes down to you as a person if you're gonna leave somebody as a single mom. Now, what I can really say and agree with is black women most times really don't know how to treat a man, and it's okay to admit. You get what I'm saying? It's okay to be like, oh, I really don't know how to treat y'all. I really don't know how to cater to y'all. A lot of women only know how to cater to a man based off how they were raised. And I noticed that in the relationships that I was in. You get what I'm saying? Women only know, like, however their mom treated them, that's how they kind of cater to a man, because they didn't have a man in their life. Their mom never had like a solid connection with a man. And this is most women, never had a solid connection with a man, a foundation where these women nowadays can see, oh, this is how you treat a man. This is how you deal with the man and treat him and respect him. Most women never seen that. They've seen a single mom. They were raised in single mom households. The dad was absent, and that's really what it is. But that's not just black women. That's most women in the world didn't have fathers, and that's where a lot of the problems in the world come from. Just absent father or absent mother. That's where most of the problems in the world come from in this generation specifically. But I don't want to. I don't want y'all to be bamboozled because it's a lot of men online, a lot of Derek Jacksons. And if you know who Derek Jackson is, he's the guy who basically tells women what they want to hear. Now, you could do that for views, but the truth is always going to be the truth. A lot of women just don't know how to treat a man. They know how to attract a man. They know how to, you know, be attractive for men, to get men to give them attention and to have sex with them, but to actually keep a man and cater to him and, you know, be in alignment with what he sees for his life. Women don't know how to do that because women are taught to be selfish in America. That's really just what it is. You don't have many women who think of marriage as a duty, commitment. You know, let me help this man. Let me help this man create his vision for our life. Let me help this man live out his vision for our life. Women typically in America only think about themselves. Can I say it's their fault? It's not really, because that's how they were raised. That's how the American woman is raised, to cater to herself, do things for herself, for her happiness. Now, I don't want y'all to think German women are very much different, because they're really not. They're really not. Because the American culture kind of affects how everybody views life. Like, America has the most control. The American modern woman mindset is everywhere, you know, because everybody's online, everybody's on social media. So no matter how somebody was raised, you can get influenced by what you see online. And as we know, as men, we all know women are very much so easy to be influenced, because a lot of women don't have strong mindsets, strong beliefs. It's just based off what they see online. And we see it time and time again with the things that we see online, the trends that we see online, the way that these rappers, these woman rappers have, you know, kind of influenced the way women think nowadays. You get what I'm saying? The biggest problem and the biggest takeaway that black women should see from this is accountability. But every time you give a black woman some truth, with all honesty, they fight back with, you don't know how I was treated, da da da, men ain't nothing, da da da, keep the black men, we don't even want them, da da da, all this type of stuff, man. I'm not gonna lie, the relationships conversation is kind of annoying, but it goes to show, it does very much so go to show that black women are very combative, and I think I got another video topic that I'm going to talk about today, that black women kind of see men as they're lesser, and I'm going to explain that. So stay tuned for the next video. But y'all jump in the comments. Let me know how y'all feel about what this German woman said. I think there's a lot of truth to what she said, because women really don't know how to treat a man. Black women really don't know how to treat a man. Some of them can treat a man good for a good amount of time, but after that time wears off and it's time for the mask to slip, bro, they done. They done for. You feel me? They done for. But like I said, man, I want to know what y'all think about this video and how y'all feel about this topic. For the men, like I say, don't be bamboozled, because like I say, from living over here for 4 years, yes, you're gonna have unlimited options to have sex with, but I don't want you to think that the mindsets are gonna be very much different. You get what I'm saying? They might do a couple things for a certain amount of time, but I don't want y'all to, oh, I'm finna go to Germany, or I'm finna go here, or I'm finna go here, do. Because most times, most women have the same mindset. You're going to find that about 90% of women in this world have the same mindset, have the same views and outlook on life. And that's pretty much what it is. There is no really in between ifs, ands, or buts about it. If you do find a good woman in this generation, I ain't even going to say hold on to her, because most women have the same mechanics, same, you know, mindset when it comes to relationships and dating, but enjoy your time with her. But most of them, I ain't gonna lie, not worth marrying. Anyway, even in Germany, you know, America, no matter the case, most times they're not worth marrying. You can sleep with them, have sex with them, boom, boom, enjoy your time. But when it comes to this conversation about black women, it goes to show, and they can say whatever they want to say online. You know, I was talking to one of my friends yesterday. I was at a very big ceremony, you know, and it was a lot of in my organization that I work for, it was a very big ceremony, and I just found it crazy to myself that a lot of the older black men that were there, if you look at their wives and look at their families, it was at least higher ranking people at the ceremony that I was at a couple of days ago. It was at least I'd say about 13, 14, 15 families there to support somebody, and none of the black men that were older had black wives. Beautiful families, but nobody had a black wife. And it doesn't really go, you can't just look at it and say, oh, they hate black women, because these are businessmen. You know what I'm saying? They made it to a certain status in life to where you could say, okay, yeah, you made it, you're successful. So most of the time, maybe as you get older, most people don't see black women as a good business move. And the only way to change that narrative is to not be a Derek Jackson. If you're a content creator on this app, or if you're a content creator on TikTok, yeah, the views might come. Yeah, the women might agree with what you're saying, but that's not the truth. And that's why a lot of black women are alone and lonely, because they realize, maybe sometimes they realize too late, that they're only desired most times for sex. And it takes them to get out of a relationship, it takes them to get out of a marriage, to jump out here and realize no man is really going to commit to you. The man who really loved you is probably the one who's going to hold you accountable and want you to grow. And most times they take that man for granted. Jump out here, bash black men, because black women bash black men all the time online. But when a black man holds some truth to a black woman, he's nailed to the cross. Oh, he hates women. Oh, da. It got to be this. It got to be that. A man can't just say, hey, these are my views. This is how I see, how things are going in the community. But like I said, man, y'all jump in the comments. Let me know what y'all think about this video. Let me know what y'all think about the topic. That's the end of this video. Make sure y'all like, share, comment, subscribe. Click that notification bell so you know my next video is going to be dropping on the channel. And we're going to be going, man.